there was some years ago when I first started the organization, a superintendent pulled me aside in a back room before an individual education plan meeting, pulled me aside and said, "Here's what you're going to say." And I said, "Well, sir, I don't agree with that. That's not what this kid needs." Okay? And he said, "Well, you're going to say it anyway." And I was like, "Oh, geez." And it was our biggest contract, and I think our only contract. This is why diversity of funding matters, okay? So then I went into the IEP, and I didn't do it. I kind of said F you and said what the kid needed, right? I got fired from that struggled a little bit, didn't have enough, we didn't have diversity in funding like you have now. You got 10 sources, almost 13. The same superintendent contacted me just a few years ago and asked me if I could help a family member of his. So that's some behavior karma. I didn't say no. We weren't able to serve that learner. It wasn't, we would have done it, you know? But isn't it interesting, what goes around comes around? We're in Orange County. We came into LAX airport and getting ready to go to the OLC in Orange County. Roland Romano, how's your stay so far?
It's great. Cannot complain.
Good. So all the entity leaders of BDA from all across coast to coast, east to west, they're all gathering now today. So we have Florida with Dr. Paul Gavoni, Diane Madruga from Maine, the leader there, and we have Pennsylvania leaders, New Jersey leaders. We got Dr. Progar here, and you already know Sal's here. When they rolled the window down and he scared everyone, but he smiled, and they smiled, and I think I covered the states. Oh, we have Laura Lozana here from Dallas, Texas, where we just opened. And we're pulling everyone together because this is important to do. By collaborating and bringing everyone together, it creates synergy because, look, man, I think everyone's tired of this Zoom shit. And, you know, and it's time for us to face-to-face meet.
Get a little serotonin.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the Operant Learning Center, California, Orange County. First person hired besides Isaac was in November 2018. So we're approaching almost 3 years with Callie, and I can't even tell you how excited I get, the spirit of coming out here and then just seeing what has occurred and the way the team has assembled and solved problems, and very independent out here. I wanted to give you a couple facts that I got about California. And the first is, well, I remember meeting with Isaac, Kylie, Chelsea, and Laura at a conference, and it was we just got started, and those guys had all kinds of ideas. Every one of their ideas has come to fruition. Let's give a hand for that, those guys. Yeah. Since 2018, you've done 2,000 service hours for kids. So you give yourselves a hand. I mean, this is like incredible. It's like, and you got 87 employees now, and on the rise. But I've noticed you never sacrifice quality for the sake of hiring and filling spots. I've seen it. I've heard you guys speak, and you guys hold your quality of service as the utmost. You're not doing anything half-ass. It's like all or nothing, and I just love it. And you're the best out here, and that's why we have that in our logo. Nelly Secunda, second to none. Even during the pandemic, when the hardest time around is just to get anyone to work, you guys only have a 10% turnover. You have a 90% retention. That's incredible. Since the pandemic hit, California tripled in size. That is incredible, and you're just touching a lot of lives, and you really are, you're changing lives, and that's what we're here for. So the long-term vision is going to be not necessarily just serving learners. Our vision is way bigger than any one of us. It's way bigger than, sometimes I feel like humbled that it's even my name on this thing, but I can tell you this, our vision is greater than just serving learners. It's taking this powerful science and changing the landscape, really, of even government, you know, through the right influence of government, so that way we can make policy change. Education, which you're already doing, industry, which we're already doing, and then just society at large. So give yourselves a really big hand, and that's what I got. So I wanted to make sure people know that I would never make a promise that I won't deliver on, ever. There's this coin that I have here. People nominate someone who's really got providing great service, and someone who's changing the game and helping learners and creating jobs. And what I'm hoping is that after this, some of you guys let me know who you think so I can give it to, because the coin is meaningful to me, and we've delivered on a couple of those promises. What we like to do is nominate someone, and maybe you can give that name to Isaac and myself, or while we're signing books or whatever. And then I want to give this to the person, because what we've been able to do is try to grant anything that person wants. That's the symbolism of the coin. It says nulli secundus, because the person who gets this is clearly an exemplary employee, a class act, just like this organization out here.